Really?
Yeah, thanks. All right. Don't worry about it, Bennett. Come on. Do it.
Oh, yeah. We like that. Four strokes off the last time we played here. That is how you start a back nine. What's up, everybody? It's Buffalo Ben 15 Golf back at it again. And today we return to the Beacon Hill Golf Club out in Commerce Township, Michigan. For the back nine, if you remember, on the front nine, I shot a pretty lousy 45 plus 9, but that is a stellar way to start the back. 1 under through 1, 8 over now. It's a par 71, so in order to break 80, we need to finish 8 over or less, and we've now put ourselves in slightly better position. And as Chris Daughtry has said many, many times before on this channel, it's not over. We have a fighting chance. Why does it happen to me so many times? To be honest, sometimes looking back at it, I almost wouldn't want it any other way when I try to salvage good rounds. I feel like there's nothing like a good salvage. I mean, it's one thing to play solid all day and shoot a really good score, but it's a whole nother to come back from the jaws of defeat when you think your round is going down the tank and all of a sudden you find a spark, you hit the one good shot you've been waiting for. You just click on all cylinders in one shot, and it causes a chain reaction, exploding into fireworks, and it is truly a beautiful sight. So, with that said, here we are. For me, I've always found that it feels better to salvage around because not only do you watch yourself play solid golf for 7 or 8 holes or so immediately after you were playing really lousy, but sometimes that 7 or 8 holes is so good that if it were to be converted into a full 18-hole round, it would surpass what an all-around solid 18-hole round looks like, and it really does showcase your true potential as a golfer.
This hole's beautiful, but it's also very scary.
And Yeah, excuse me. Just had to take a moment to really appreciate the surroundings. Guys, get to Beacon Hill. What a beautiful course. Yes, there's out of bounds everywhere. It is a menacing beast. If you catch it the wrong way, it might rub you the wrong way. First time I ever played here, got my butt whooped. Now, second time around, having a lot better time. Come on, you guys knew I was going to put Generette in there. What a birdie. 4 solid shots in a row on stroke hole 2.
Best birdie ever.
Par 5, 530 into the wind. Water on both sides on the approach shot. Guys, it's like it's destiny.
Bomb! Oh, that makes me feel good.
Oh, man. I just told myself after that, you know what? When you make birdie on stroke hole 1 or 2, the hardest hole on the 9, you almost don't care what happens the rest of the time because you showed yourself that you can be a remarkable golfer. You can piece it together. I did it at the 75 at Sylvan Glen when I shot 1.47 differential round. And there you go. So, coming down the stretch at Beacon Hill, there are quite a few birdie opportunities that can make up for some prior sins in the round, which is something I like about this course. It really does make a true salvage possible. Hole 14 you guys will find after this one, very short par 4. Then hole 16, which is a risk-reward par 5.
Okay, this one.
And I'm certainly going to need
That's
it.
definitive.
Going to need the benefits of the risk-reward par 5 after the out-of-bounds penalty here.
Officially how you play out of bounds. But it's what we would do in a tournament. I promise that's actually what would happen.
So, I know, again, guys, a shot where I don't see if it's OB. I can't tell until I drive up there. And, you know, I'm not going to drive back. I'm not going to do that to people. I'm not going to be inconsiderate. And I'm actually being serious when I say we would play out of bounds as lateral in tournament play.
My goal is just to bump it
on
onto that
this
downslope,
particular
and we did
golf
all right.
course with courses with a bunch of houses around it. I remember playing Great Oaks Country Club against Rochester. We played out of bounds as lateral that day because if you guys have ever played Great Oaks, and I don't know if any of you guys will ever get that opportunity because it's a private course, and I was invited there for the dual match against Rochester High School. That is their home course. Lucky stiffs. We get Sanctuary Lake. Jeez. I don't know why we don't use Sylvan.
It makes it a little tough.
I'm going off on a tangent.
6-2. God, that putt was tracking so good. But we got 295 coming up.
So as I was saying about playing OB as lateral in certain situations, like with certain courses where there is lots of residential areas surrounding numerous holes, oftentimes in tournament play we will play OB as lateral. And here's why. Some of those teams that don't have as good players, I mean,
As I'm driving up,
it's not fun for anybody
don't
to
see anything in the street.
be hitting like 4
think
tee
we're
shots
good.
because they can't get one in play because they can't hit a ball straight. As you can see here, I almost go out of bounds again. Geez, I've had some close calls both ways today, haven't I? Yeah, this is that 14th par 4 that I was talking about. But going back to what I was saying, some of the teams with players that aren't quite as good as I am and Nate, so to speak, because we play max score. We have a max score of 12 on each hole when we play in tournament play. Some holes on this course are so tight where some guys on some teams would just not be able to get a ball in play. Like, they'd have to pull an Angelo Spagnolo and putt around the path or whatever. If you guys have never looked up the world's worst avid golfer tournament, that's where I'm getting that reference from. Definitely check that out. In fact, I'll just leave a link in the description. Oh my gosh, it is hilarious. And they played TPC Sawgrass and from the back tees, and one of the guys shot, I think it was over 250 strokes for 18 holes. It was hilarious. Bless his heart. He's gotten better since then. They've actually like tracked his improvement. But
yeah, to get down.
My bad shot interrupting what I was saying again. It's happening so much in these golf vlogs. I'm so incoherent when I do these voiceovers. I don't know why. Lately, it's just been that way. But as going back to what I was saying, there's going to be some courses where the out of bounds is just too large of a factor in order for certain players to be able to get around it. I mean, we do it in dual matches. We'll often play out of bounds as lateral. If it's a course kind of like this one, where there's like out of bounds on both sides on every hole. On some courses that are like on a square piece of land, like Sylvan Glen or Sanctuary Lake, we like actually play that as stroke and distance. And in 18-hole tournaments, we do that too. But the tournament coordinators are allowed to set their own local rules for the day. And I don't know if you guys can hear that. Apparently, people are allowed to set off their own drills when trying to install a window in my backswing. And he turns it off just as soon as I bend down to pick up my tee. It's like he intentionally wanted to mess with me, but I don't know. I wish you guys could have seen.
We're gonna do it. It's our only chance we have.
Something that happened.
Plus,
down in my spring break golf trip. I played Gatlinburg Golf Club in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and on the 9th hole, some guy yelled out of his car, and I absolutely pipe it down the middle.
We got this.
And I can't say it out loud, but my dad and my uncle from Tennessee were there, and they were absolutely rolling on the ground laughing. And my goodness, it was hilarious. I wish you guys could have been there. This shot's no laughing matter, though. This one is clutch.
So we're driving up on 16. Beautiful golf hole. Oh my gosh. What a view. What a view. Okay. Come on. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give me some good news. Oh, we're greenside. We're goated. Oh man, I see it right there. Oh yes. Yes, baby. Yes. Oh my gosh. Just take a look at this though. Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm in Greece or Croatia or something. Houses on the mountainside. Wow, this is beautiful.
So, I was telling you guys about how this is a risk-reward par 5. It's 518 yards on the card, but it plays more like 450, 460 if you go straight over the huge hill on the right that I went over. You can barely see the top of those trees that you need to aim at. So I decided to go for it, even though there's lateral hazard to the right. There's wetlands over there. Out of bounds long and out of bounds to the left. So I hit one of the best 7s irons of my life. Did you guys see how high that got too off the face? I caught that so good. Out of that rough too. That was insane. I played a club less just because I knew I was going to get a bounce off the downslope of that hill if I made it over the top, which I did. And my gosh, I studied that chip for so long because I wanted to make it so bad because it would actually get me to even par on this back 9. We're currently 2 over on this back 9. My goal, now that breaking 80 is pretty much out of the question, finish under double digits over par, which we need a 35 on this back 9 to do it. And that chip was to get us to even through 7, and par's 35 in the back. But we can still get to 1 over. And we do. 3 birdies on the back 9. Birdied both par 5s, by the way. Oh my goodness. And birdied the nemesis hole. Guys, we have really turned it around.
Okay, this is really cool. We're putting green in some guy's backyard.
I just went out and set it on the thumbnail. I was so happy with how I performed on this back 9. And I don't know if I actually prefaced this beforehand, but I actually didn't have my 8 iron when I was playing this round. If you notice, the yardage was 160 on this par 3. I didn't have my 160 club, which is my 8 iron. And so I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to aim to the right side of this green because there's some run-up space there, because it's all carry on the left side, over towards the left side of the green. The further left you hit it, the more forced carry it is to get over the wetlands. And I didn't want to hit a 7 because I could hit it over into the dense woods. So yeah, had to deal with that.
As a fly just flies into my ear as I'm about to say something. So just driving at 18. I think I'm 2 over on the back. I'm having a decent back. I'm not sure if I shot 8 over or 9 over on the front. If I did shoot 8 over, then that would mean a birdie, because that would make me 10 over right now, and a birdie would get me to 9 over. Finishing under double digits over par on a 132 slope course without one of my clubs that I use often in the middle of September. That would make me feel really good. So let's see what we can do. So it's 393 yards. That could be wrong because the whites say at 353, and that is definitely not 40 yards, but there's a tee box up there. Maybe that's where the whites usually are. I don't know. Regardless, let's see if we can make a 3.
Easily one of the most nerve-wracking tee shots on the course. 190 forced carry over the wetlands. Wetlands and dense woods left, OB right. What do? We pipe it. No big deal. Oh my gosh. That was one of the best tee shots I hit all day.
That was a decent tee shot. Especially on a hole where I was super scared of that because there's OB to the right, water to the left. Oh, there's another backyard putting green up there. You can see the flags. So crazy to watch that on film. And the reason I say that is because you could just see the tension in my feet. When I swung at that ball, I was like, don't go left, don't go right. I gotta keep it straight with my sphincter. Or something like that. Oh, we're prime. I see it in the middle of the fairway. Oh man, I am so pumped after that tee shot. and the pin's in the back so I can run it up. You know, we're feeling good. Feeling real good about it. Drop area, don't need it this time. Oh man. But yeah, it's nothing but death over there. So we'll see if we can get up and down. Get us to either 9 or 10 over. I don't know what I shot on the front. Let's give you something to cheer about. Also, comment if you like these kind of on-course commentary. If you want me to do more of it, I will if you want me to.
So leading up to this shot, I thought I was only 10 over. I thought I shot 8 over on the front, but I actually shot 9 over because I forgot about a penalty shot on 5. I actually had 2 penalty shots. I only counted for 1. So I make a little bit bigger of a deal of this than it needs to be, but regardless, that is just terrible luck.
I want to stick around
on the approach shot there. Hangs up right on the fringe, less than a foot from catching the green slope and rolling at least twice as close to this flag. And me and the guy washing the carts coming in is looking at this putt, and he just gives me a look like wide-eyed, and he's like, oh my god, dude, you are screwed. So basically all I'm thinking is give it enough to get it started, and it's a good putt. We're in for 37 today. On the back, 82 total. Or 82. Nicely done. 37
on the back, that's pretty good.
Me, nicely done.
Just a little walk off, and boom, it's in. I know I'm not allowed to do that in tournament play, but I'm not gonna miss that.
So what did I tell you guys? The back 9 was so much better. Oh my goodness. 3 birdies. That might be the most birdies I've ever made in a single 9-hole stretch. Oh my goodness. I wish we could convert that into an 18-hole round. It's all, you know, it's kind of a bittersweet moment, really, at the end of all this, because I look at that back 9 total and I'm like, oh my gosh, Bennett, you pulled one out of your butt. And so when I look at it that way, I'm really excited. I'm really pumped, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. But at the same time, I'm really ticked off at myself on the inside because I'm like, why couldn't I convert that into a full 18-hole round? Why is it only the second half that's good? Because, I don't know if you guys have seen how the Detroit Lions play. Although I'm not a big Lions fan, I'm from the area where there are a lot of Lions fans. Sometimes they play so bad in the first half that even though they come alive in the second half, they still can't win because they're so far behind. And that's kind of how my golf has been lately. So with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Beacon Hill, great course. I definitely recommend it to anybody in Western and Central Oakland County. I'm going to be here again. I'm just going to go out and say I love this course. To be honest, it rivals Greystone in my opinion. And I know that's saying a lot, but I mean, they're owned by the same people. So, I mean, if you're going to like Greystone, you're going to like this one, guys. I promise. Check it out. Check out my other stuff. Check out the World's Worst Avid Golfer tournament. And as I'm out of breath, as it's getting late, that's about all I have to say. Hopefully next golf vlog will be more consistent with the front 9 to the back 9. We'll see. This is Buffalo Ben 15 signing off. Have a good day, everyone.